Just look at him. I know Itachi rolling in his grave right now. Shisui did not go out to fall damage for this. But you may be wondering, who was possibly able to do this to the prince of the Uchiha? Well, that would be none other than Aura Man himself, Madara Uchiha, the original copycat ninja, who got so tired of getting folded by the same man over and over again that he just decided to literally become that same man. What? Like, who in their right mind would do this to himself? I don't even know what level of glaze this is, but I do know that it cannot be healthy. That's probably why bro could never get a girl. The ninja version of KD, he got nothing but love for the game. But honestly, this is not even the worst part, because as Madara is walking away, he makes a sign bringing back out the Ten Tails, but now it's his turn as it all starts to go inside of him. And ladies and gentlemen, we finally see the new Sage of the Six Paths. And I just gotta say, his looks way cleaner than Obito's. Like, I'm talking about a 2-tier gap. Do y'all see how ashy Obito was? Like, I get he ain't have all the chakra, but either way, bro's chopped. But regardless, he dips to go and get the other Rinnegan, while Sakura is doing everything possible to save Naruto, literally giving him mouth to mouth while manually pumping his heart. But she's supposed to be useless. Yeah, alright. But since he is still cooked, we go to possibly our last line of defense. The yellow flash of the leaf and the copycat himself. And let me just say, Mr. Minato, your Rasengan is looking magnificent today. Until they look up to see Gaara and Sakura floating down as Gaara tells him to transplant his Kurama chakra into Naruto to save him, making him have to leave Zetsu to Kakashi as he starts up the gang signs. And we see this beautiful light signaling the start of the transfer, meaning that everything is gonna be okay. Until this freak Zetsu just slides in between them, stealing the chakra and entering the mindscape with Kurama. All because Kakashi of the Sharingan couldn't see him funneling himself through the ground. And bruh, it just keep getting worse too, because now Madara comes booming in from the sky and standing there just charging the aura. As Zetsu decides, since his daddy's here now, he can detach from Obito, except Obito was not going for it. That is until Madara starts the Yapathon, and we all know Obito is the easiest target for Talk no Jutsu. It's like me whenever Tsunade on screen. Folded instantly. So he starts walking up, meaning now it's time to work. As Gaara starts up a sand wave and Kakashi loads up Kamui, with Minato even throwing a kunai while in Sage mode. That's what I'm talking about, man. This whole sequence tough as hell. But we see the whole world start turning as Kakashi Kamui's Obito before Minato pops in with the Rasengan cocked back like he finna hit him with a crossover, until Madara slices off his arm, then kicks it over to the sand, making Minato look back confused as hell because he ain't never get done like this. We all know Hiruzen old ass wasn't doing it, and Jiraiya's bum ass definitely wasn't doing it. Before we see Madara pivot and kick him all the way back into Gaara, as Kakashi eats the Rasengan to the stomach and they both boom into the ground, allowing Obito to keep marching forward before reaching out to dap up his mans. But instead, going right into Madara's diaphragm, taking a page out of Kakashi's book, while also giving Zetsu inspiration for later, before he makes his own Truth Seeker staff, giving bro that look like he trying to box, until he then starts taking the chakra, making Madara go for his eye, getting straight air because my guy done got his Kamui back, making Madara jump back because even he can't hang with the plot armor nullifier Kamui. It don't matter what abilities you got, if you fighting somebody with Kamui, you're cooked. As he lands in this super mindscape where we see Obito yank out pieces of the 1-tail and 8-tail before telling Kakashi to take Naruto in the Kamui. As Obito tries to dip too, but Madara went for the snipe as soon as he tried, getting blocked but sending Obito to the ground, meaning that now it all comes down to Kakashi and Obito as a dynamic duo stand here ready. I don't know what it is about that Sharingan, but they be having everybody ready to squabble for real. And it's even better this time because Minato is actually here and gets to see it, as Madara shoots off TSOs, making Minato go running and face planting into the dirt like he sliding into home base. Trash. They been gassing you up all series, and you ain't did nothing but be a support character. you might be a fraud, buddy. So we go back to them both using Kamui, but on Obito, as the TSOs go booming into the ground, and we see Obito done made it into Kamui, where he immediately gets to transferring, and we go back to see none other than the Beast of the Leaf, aka the strongest in the world, was the one who saved Kakashi. So then as soon as he pulls up, Madara gets to hating, calling this man a pebble like he the rock daughter, until we see Minato crippled ass pulled up with Gaara, and they instantly realize that guy really is their last hope. But since Minato's out here with no arms, he over here yapping up a storm with a whole kunai in his mouth, sounding like Courage the Cowardly Dog. And to be frank, I am not trying to hear it. And seeing this gives Guy the confirmation that it is indeed his time to shine. It's been a long time coming, man. So he jumps forward, looking like he charging up a mean DX chop, trying to be like Ant, before opening the 7th gate looking tough. Even got Madara back here fighting. And that's saying something, because that's Ora Man himself. Had people praying just at the thought of fighting him. Like, you know what you gotta do to have somebody feeling like that? But this psychopath is actually mad that he didn't just go all out and bring out that red vapor. Like, bruh, did you not get your ass beat enough by Hashirama? You that ready to get whooped again? Let's warm up first. But my question is, how does he know about the red vapor? Who is the first 8 gates user? Because even if he read it off the stone tablet, that means Zetsu had to know. And we know my Dai was not alive way back then. Right? But anyway, then Guy comes blitzing in just to airball 2 quick punches, which got me watching scared as hell because I already know what that means. While Minato's still trying to talk with his mouth full like a LeBron fan. Until we go back to Madara putting on a weaving masterclass, looking like future Sasuke and his child support payments. Until we see Guy decide to actually pull out a hand sign and blast off a Hirodora, making it look like somebody threw a flashbang over here. Just for it to zoom out and we see this little ass explosion go off. Only person to get hyped seeing this was probably John Morant. But then the dust settles and we see this man got plastered in the ground, making rock snow angels, as Madara goes sliding back like he just bumped into Lizzo. He gonna be smelling burgers for weeks. But then we see him send off a truth seeking orb, but just look at my guy, bro. He looks so finished, bro. He even buried under the rocks thinking he Obito. Like, I get you missed your mans, but you do not need to be cosplaying right now. But really, ain't no way he finna go out like this after I had to hear 600 episodes of this man calling himself the handsome beast of the leaf. And also, I've been calling this man the strongest man in the world since like my 5th vid. You cannot be making me look bad like this. And so of course, to save the day comes that man Rock Lee right on time, pulling up in the 6th gate to scoop him up out of there looking crazy as hell. Like he trying to get a PR deadlift as he drops him back off with the NPCs. But bro still just standing here like Vegeta, all slumped over with that 45-year-old Discord mod posture. So I know he ain't finna do nothing else, right? So then Madara flies up just to look down on him and flex his stolen ability as they try to come up with a game plan. And with that 200 IQ, Kakashi already knows what has to be done. It's time to bring out the red beast of the leaf. And so now, Rock Lee trash ass is shocked while Minato try using Talk No Jutsu, knowing damn well he do not got that ability unlocked. If you did, Kushina would still be here.
You need to leave.
So, God hits him with the signature thumbs up before, of course, y'all already know we gotta get a flashback. So while we here, can we talk about how Mike Dai just straight up rocked his shit? Had slobber flying everywhere and bro was looking crazy. If he did that in 2025, y'all would have tried to put bro under the prison. And then this man got the nerve to start crying like he the one that got smacked. Gave God this nasty ass looking mark on his face just to try and play victim. I see why your wife left you. But then these random ass Twitter Karens start clowning them for their outfits just to turn around and run away whenever Dai turn around. And he better than me because I would have at least went into the 4th gate on their ass and I put that on Jiraiya. But then it get worse because 2 more NPCs spawn in out of nowhere trying to get on my dog for encouraging his son. Like, hey yo, what is really up with these in the leaf, bro? We for real gotta talk about it. Like, this is really just unnecessary hate. Bro is trying to give his son a pep talk and 2 randoms who are not even in the conversation pull up hating. We on the same team. Like, bro, I'll still never forgive that man that threw the mask at Naruto for literally no reason. He was just looking at the store. Like, damn, bro, why is you so mad? I'm just looking. I can't window shop. But so then they try to walk away like they for real did something, till bro gets his 4 brain cells attacked by this little ass rock, just to turn around and see guy down here looking pissed. And that's how you know he a real one. I mean, that shirt is kind of crazy, gang, I'm not gonna lie, but the dog is impeccable. So he tried to run in and get caught in the classic 1990s ass bullying technique. They got him shadow boxing, thinking he Baki, and they just start jumping my boy God. Like, bro, what are these on? Like, bro, listen to how many times they hit this man. Like, golly, what did he do to make the that mad? Anyway though, of course the light-skinned Kakashi gotta come out of nowhere to get all the attention, kicking both of them back. But then he followed up and pieces the mess out of this dude just to get some anger out. But he should be good now, right? So he run over and Randy Orton punched this man in the face, just to then stand over his body like he's contemplating really into this man. Like, whoa, 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 calm down, Jamal. But anyway, enough of the flashback. We go back to the Guy and Madara standoff. So Guy starts running in on a mission before putting his thumb over his chest, as we see all his chakras start flowing into his heart. And all of a sudden, he's getting surrounded by red, thinking he Playboy Cardi. Before finally the gate of death is open. And boy, do that chunk look tough. Except, these eyebrows, man. These eyebrows. Like, I'm not gonna lie, gang, those are not it. And also, I've never seen the all white eyes have absolutely no orb before. But maybe I'm tweaking. And so then he jumps up right in front of Madara, already charging up something devious with some crazy form, before bro hit a backflip and throw a super punch that got Madara down here struggling. And look at how far away he is. Bro out here throwing punches from deep like he's Steph Curry. It ain't nothing you can do to stop this. And you know it's bad because Madara's yapping ass can't even say a word. And his ass don't ever stop talking. So then he gets sent flying back and booming into the ground, still getting demolished by that air pressure. Looking like he fighting back against some of that.
Shut the fuck up.
Even got Kakashi back here hitting the 45-year-old white lady dab because that junk going so crazy. But then we see him caught back again, and just off of that movement alone, bro literally breaks his arm, making him slow down and fall back. Before we go into him looking like All Might and saying that now he should be able to handle the pain. Shout out Nagato. But then it starts panning down and we finally see this man Madara just laying on his back in this fat asshole looking finished. Bro was talking all that trash and now look at him. Look like somebody done put his ass through a mattress. You could probably argue that if God could already handle that pain, Madara would have been reunited with his brothers right now. And then we even see one of his little horns fall off before he sits up thinking, damn, what have I got myself into? All while Kakashi just sitting back watching in amazement. And I don't even blame him because, ladies and gentlemen, we are truly watching until Madara comes flying from out the hole looking like a missile, like he's trying to fly off to Pluto or something to run from the fade. And that got God down here looking mad as hell. Like, bro, imagine you just used a move that's literally going to end your life and your opponent just runs away. Like, what are you supposed to do after that? Like, imagine if bro pulled this out versus Obito just for that man to just sit in the Kami dimension. And it ain't nothing he could do but stand there and literally disintegrate. That's gotta be one of the worst ways in Naruto to go out. I'm not gonna lie. Would've had Kakashi and Lee just standing there awkward as hell. Anyway though, we go back to them having to explain to Gaara what the gates are. Like that man didn't find out firsthand what they are about 3 years ago. Way back when he was getting pieced up like some chicken nuggets. Before we then go in to see God literally walking on air thinking he MJ, going straight at Madara, not wasting no time at all. While Gaara start having flashbacks about how much of a psychopath he truly was, trying to pack up an unconscious 13-year-old just to look up and see Lee standing there hype as hell, even keeping his gates open this whole time trying to match the energy. He is truly a real one. But then the whole squad start trying to come up with a plan to help like support characters in the group project, making Lee go into the 6th gate, which got Minato back here concerned. This really like his first time finding out that the Leaf Village is still full of insane people. And so then we see this man Guy still running. Like, golly, bro, I could have swore bro was not that far away. But knowing Madara, he probably is running back because, you know, he really a bitch for real. But it's just to find out that it's because he's literally running circles around this man, paying homage to the ultimate trash can herself. But I guarantee God not finna get his back blown out like that glazing fraud. Anyway, We go back to Madara in the middle of Guy running laps, sounding like a NASCAR race, before finally loading another punch, launching it at him, that he blocks with the true seeking orbs just in time, before we now see Guy behind him throwing another one, smacking Madara right on the cheek. Got him in there looking stupid. But it ain't over, because Guy moves over 2 more times, connecting on both, straight up plastering this man against his little shield. So then Guy rushes in, making Madara scary ass surround himself in a ball like Gar at the Chunin exams, showing me that this man is a front runner. Soon as he go against somebody valid, now he wanna duck again. Get the f out of here, bro. I can't stand this. He even sends the other true seeking orbs at Guy to try and finish him off while he can't even see what happens. But I'm supposed to be glazing this man like he one of the top 3 villains in the show. Get out my face, man. But that's when Lee throws Minato's kunai right in between them so he can pop in and get the orbs up out of there. Because this man Guy did not look like he was finna stop. To open the 8th gate and think they invincible or something, when it's quite literally the exact opposite. And also shout out to Lee for throwing a beautiful Aaron Rodgers level pass to probably outspeed 8 gate Guy. And then suddenly we see Kakashi using Kami from directly behind Madara, opening up the shield, giving Guy a clean opening with nowhere to run, as he gets a direct hit right on Madara's spine, making sure he won't ever hoop again, and literally busting through the true seeking orb, making him spit out some hot sauce and go booming into the ground, sliding halfway across the map. Had me thinking they was finna do a whole stage change. As we go back into that Guy standing here like a demon, with them stiff ass shoulders and that Igor posture. But I can't even be mad, he's putting in work. And then it starts panning in on Madara, and this man is down here slumped. Bro look like he taking a delectable ass nap too. But unfortunately, then he starts getting up instantly and taking his precious time like he an old man to wipe off his mouth with that devious ass smirk. Before naturally, he starts glazing, saying nobody has made him this excited since Hashirama. And honestly, bro, it's because you pretty much died while you were fighting him and then went and hid in a cave for the rest of your life because you were so scared to fight him again. So really, you're only saying this because you were a bitch back in the day. And also, haven't been this excited since another man? I'm kind of getting the correlation here. But regardless, now we see Guy start to sweat. He was not expecting Madara to be able to get up from that. But then completely off topic, the sweat fall into a clean transition into, in my opinion, probably the best episode of the entire series. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe not the best, but my favorite, bro. I don't know. It's something about this episode. Before we go back to Madara, hype as hell, like he ain't been getting his ass beat the whole time on some Vegeta shit. All while Guy's dripping sweat and hot sauce, and he ain't even got hit yet. But then he get in this crazy ass pose, and honestly I can't even look at this and predict what he finna do, because he got his foot turned at a 35-degree angle, so no way he finna run, but then he too low to the ground to jump. So what is bro plotting? As it goes back to Madara, and all that energy he had earlier is gone. Bro breathing like he just finished going 3 rounds. What kind of rounds? Well, that's up to you. But I was definitely talking about boxing. But then he looks at the chakra in Guy's heart and realizes that this is finna be the final attack. So then Guy charges up his aura to the max, looking like times 1000 Kaioken, which lets that man Kakashi know that this is it. As we get another flashback where we see the man who pat himself up because he got bullied by a bunch of NPCs, which is still so crazy to me. Like, what possibly could have been the mission that made them so mad to the point they bullied this man into Shisuin himself? Bro knew he had a son to raise and still did it too. Like, I'm sorry, but bro would not be able to last 10 seconds in a Call of Duty lobby or either playing for the Lakers. I low-key feel bad for the dude, but he not even the bad part, because once again, why is the Leaf Village such haters? You're gonna bully a man to death for saving his teammates? Are y'all crazy? But anyway, Guy lets Kakashi know that he will indeed be stronger than him, which we all know has been true since we first saw him. Let's be honest now. As we go back to the present, and this man Guy looking like a demon. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is not somebody you want to mess with, unlike the from earlier who was looking like a weak character. But then he starts charging up another demon, getting this man Madara ecstatic. I ain't ever seen bro this happy, unless you count when he got rejected by Hashirama, then started pouting on the rock like a baby. Regardless though, then he declares Guy as the strongest. And at first he said that taijutsu, but I'm gonna interpret that as he's stronger than Hashirama. And to be frank, it's true. Who go stop me? as then he charges a little more and starts sprinting towards him, and with a whole dragon around him as Madara puts his staff up like he's finna do something, as his fat dragon comes roaring in looking like he finna eat this man, till we see this man God is moving so fast, bro is literally bending space, and this man Madara can't believe it, but shit, me either. Just a while ago, we saw Naruto getting bullied for not being fast enough, and now we got characters literally bending space. It's the same arc. So then Madara looks up to see God charging up a nasty kick and getting straight diaphragm, making this man Madara looking like he finna throw up all of Hashirama's chakra he stole, as God keeps dragging this man, tearing them ribs up and his own leg too, but it don't matter because he's still going, and even Kakashi couldn't handle it, and bro not even involved. He over here on the ground looking scared as hell, as him and Lee catch strays before they finally boom into the divine tree. But they had the jump looking so intense, I thought the whole planet was finna explode. But we go back in and yeah.
Next day, the motherfucker was dead.
I don't think Gaara made it, but then it pans over this crazy mark in the ground before we see God literally burning to a crisp, like somebody just dipped his ass in a fryer. But he's still in the avatar state, as this man Madara is looking terrible. Bro is missing like half of his body and moaning all up in my ear. Like, hold on, bro, stop that. Nah. Save that for Hashirama. Even though that's not even really the bad part, because then this man starts to regenerate and giving us a sinister ass laugh talking about he nearly died. Like, bro, nearly? You literally shouldn't even have a heart right now. This man just popped the craziest self-revive of all time. But then we literally see God start to turn to dust and his chakra is about at 0. But because Madara is such a menace, he's like, nah, I'ma finish you myself. I need a story to tell so I can gas myself up even more when we all know what really happened. As he then beams a truth seeking orb at him. And I guess that's really it, man. One of the best characters in the entire series. And he was so close, but just couldn't make it to the end. And honestly, we can't even be sad because we still have our youth. And we see it when Naruto himself come out of nowhere, kicking the orb, hitting a clean dab and sending it flying back towards Madara. And this man looks up pissed. He thought it was finna be an easy lick after that, but no sir, this is not called Might Got Shippuden. So then Naruto just stands over Guy's burning corpse before finally putting a hand on his heart, sending the power of friendship flowing through his veins, giving him life. And now this man Madara is shook. He thought he was the only one who could use stolen powers, as Naruto turns around revealing that 6-pass Sage Mode that honestly looks way worse without the cloak, but we'll see that soon.